Hey guys, welcome back to Bookverse. Today's episode is going to be a little different, so it's not necessarily going to be reviewing one graphic novel. What this one is going to be is The Road to Death in the Family. So, Death in the Family was a big event that happened in the 80s for Batman. But I think I don't want to jump into that too fast because, again, we've only reviewed Crisis on Infinite Earths, the Man of Steel, Animal Man. We haven't done too much for Batman where he is, where he was. So to jump it straight into an event like this, I think we need some backstory. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a quick review on everything Jason Todd and Batman that led us up to Death in the Family. So let's get to it. So, to start off, we are going to jump right in and go into Batman Detective Comics number 27. This was the debut of Batman. You get his very first interaction, his very first adventure, and by the end of it, you find out Bruce Wayne is Batman, and he is created. Now, jump ahead about 10 issues, and you are in Detective Comics 38, and this is when they first introduce Robin, who is Dick Grayson. He is a circus boy. His family gets killed by some mobsters that were trying to get some money out of the circus that they were performing at. And then Bruce takes Dick Grayson under his wing, trains him, and he becomes the first Robin. So again, backstory, Batman, Robin, who they are, what they were, and how it leads us to Jason Todd. Fast forward a few years, few issues, we are at Batman 357 through 59 and Detective Comics 524 through 26. There's this circus in town again, and there's this family that they make friends with, the Todds, and events lead into that his now Jason's Todd parents get killed, and Dick feels actually responsible because they were helping him on a case, and at the same time Batman is going toward the same bad guy, and so by the end of it, now Jason's Todd's an orphan, Bruce is taking him in, and Dick Grayson is leaving the Robin mantle. So we finally get the first reveal of the new Robin a few issues later at 368. He's been training on, in the background during issues up until then, and now he is the new Robin. This is about 1983, but in 1986, they decide to kind of give him a reboot. Again, this is after the events of Crisis, and now they have the opportunity to kind of change up his backstory. He was kind of a carbon copy of Dick Grayson before, with red hair, that he was dyeing black. So now they were giving him, Jason Todd, his own kind of backstory, and they make him more rebellious, and they make him a little more of a punk. So in Batman 408, it's a 4-issue series. What they do is the Batman kills off Robin because he was shot by the Joker. And he'd rather have people think he's dead. And so him and Dick have a fallout again. Dick goes and becomes his own man. And so now we meet the new Jason Todd. He meets him in the streets. He's robbing the tires off the Batmobile. And he's a little more rough around the edges. And Two-Face actually killed his dad in this universe. And his mom died of sickness. So that's kind of the new introduction to Jason Todd, and how he starts becoming the new Robin again. So in this new universe, now we have Batman 416. Dick Grayson actually confronts Bruce on why he has a new Robin, if he kicked him out basically of his old Robin position. So he, again, the fallout between them continues. And part of the reason is because Batman was just lonely without Dick. Now we move over to Batman 24. And this is a kind of trope that's done on TV a lot and other books and stuff. But it's Robin versus diplomatic immunity. So this diplomat comes and his son ends up killing this woman and or beating this woman. And so Robin tries to help her out, but the guy gets scot-free because he has diplomatic immunity. They're able to work the case still, though, and towards the end, they're getting him back deported, stripped of his immunity, but they still can't try him for the stuff he was doing. So at the end, we get this scenario where the guy falls off the building, and they don't necessarily tell you whether Robin, Jason Todd, pushed him or not. When he's confronted by the Batman, he denies it. He says that he didn't murder the guy, but it's just kind of the way the character's been, his troubled past, his more rebellious tone, and just, he was angry and he wanted revenge. It really makes you think that he did do it. Again, it's not confirmed, and that's kind of what they wanted. They wanted you to question whether Robin would be willing to kill people or not. Again, we all know Batman's big rule about not killing people, especially not directly killing people. So it starts, creating that rift even more between Jason Todd and Bruce now. So there you go. That is kind of the road to the death in the family. I just kind of want to give a backstory on Batman, Robin, Jason Todd, and kind of show you what led to the events of Death in the Family, which I will be reviewing soon. But it just created this huge rift between Batman and Robin, and it created a rift between Robin and the audience, because not everybody was a big fan of the more rebellious Jason Todd. Again, he was kind of a carbon copy when he originally came on as Robin of Dick Grayson, the first Robin. But people thought he was very bratty and annoying when he got rebooted into this more rebellious version. Thank you again for joining me, and hit subscribe, hit like, come back for more reviews. We will be reviewing Death in the Family soon. Again, this was just kind of what led up to Death in the Family. And we'll have more of these lead-ups also as big events happen. But hope you guys are enjoying it and have a good time.